पूरा कर लो, पूरा कर लो। गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमं ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणस्पत न शृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम् ॐ श्रीमहागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं भद्रकाल्यै नमो नमः। वेदवेदान्तवेदाङ्ग विद्यास्थानेभ्यैव च ॐ नमः प्रणवार्थाय शुद्धज्ञानैकमूर्तये निर्मलाय प्रशान्ताय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। यो गुरुः स शिवः प्रोक्तः यः शिवः स गुरुः स्मृतः विकल्पं यस्तु कुर्वीत स नरो गुरुतर्पगः। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करं। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। व्यासाय विष्णुरूपाय व्यासरूपाय विष्णवे नमो वै ब्रह्मनिधये वासिष्ठाय नमो नमः। अचतुर्वदनो ब्रह्मा द्विबाहुरपरो हरिः अबाललोचनशम्भो भगवान् बादरायणः। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। हरि ओम। Seventh. असद्वाइदमग्रासी ततो वै सदजायत तदात्मानग्ं स्वयमकुरुत तस्मात् तत्सुकृतमुच्यत इति। तस्मात् तत्सुकृतम् उच्यत इति। यद्वै तत्सुकृतम् रसो वै सः रसज्ञो हेवायं लब्ध्वानन्दे भवति। को येवान्यात् कः प्राण्यात् यदेष आकाश आनन्दो न स्यात् एष ह्येवानन्दयाति। यदा येवैष एतस्मिन् दृश्येनात्मये अनिरुक्ते अनिलयने अभयं प्रतिष्ठां विन्दते अथ तस्य भयं भवति। यदा येवैष अथ सोऽभयं गतो भवति। यदा येवैष एतस्मिन्नुदरमन्तरं कुरुते अथ तस्य भयं भवति। तत्त्वेव भयं विदुषो मन्वानस्य तदप्येष श्लोको भवति। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति। Narayan, 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 Narayan. We had been seeing that after explaining the essence of Anandmaya Atma will be some Anand Brahman or consciousness. Because Anandmaya Atma is of the nature of reflected Anand. It has reflected Anand. If on some object light is changing, that means light is reflected on that object. The light on the sun will not be changing, but the light on the earth will be changing, because the earth light is the reflected light. The moon light will be changing because it's a reflected light. But the sunlight will be seen. Nobody will experience today's sun is more brighter, less brighter, because that is its own nature. So Anandmaya Atma, when we saw there is a gradation in the Anand. Mod, Priya, Mod, Pramod, there were 3 stages was mentioned. And we saw that the Anand cannot be the part, product and property of any object. It's a peculiar thing, but because of our ignorance, we just believe anything. Ignorance means where you don't use your mind. Where you don't refer to scripture, you don't refer to teacher, you don't refer to shastra. You are whimsical, moody, erratic. That is called the area of ignorance. So, when this was mentioned, then it was clear that there should be some bimb whose reflection is in the Anandmaya Atma. And that bimb whose reflection is in the Anandmaya Atma should be A-L-O-N-E, which we saw that. Now, if that does not have a medium, because Anand, if you see the Anand, I had mentioned many times that Anand is the actually feeling of expansion in the self. In your Vyavhar also, if you see that this person gives me lot of joy, so actually you feel that you see yourself in that person, therefore he is the source of your joy. Or this house gives me joy, your room gives you joy, because in that room you see yourself. There's expansion of your own self when you see the room. Other person seeing your room may not have joy because he will not see himself expanded in that room. Similarly, if you say he is my son, daughter, etc., you feel expanded. And therefore there is a joy in expansion of the self. And what ordinary person does actually when you say that my promotion is there, I have got a promotion, that means you can see yourself in more areas. You are reflected in more areas. Earlier only this department was under me. Now this department is also under me. So I have a bigger reflection available now. It is under my department. Promotion is not in the terms of salary. It is in the term of increased area of reflected light. Earlier, I could see a small reflection, but I could see bigger reflection now. Supposing you say this person, I love him or he loves me a lot, then it simply means that you can see the bigger reflection when you see him. And therefore, if you close your eyes also, supposing, and you think of various people whom you interact in the world, so you will feel that thinking of various people has different experience. Because some people, you can see bigger reflection whom you are accepted from, whom you are adored from, who praise you, or who love you, or who accept you. But some people are there who may not have experienced. When you remember about that, your reflection in the mind is smaller, duller. And therefore you will not be very happy when that memory comes. So this much is clear that Anand has something to do with the expansion of my own self. This much is clear. And if this is clear that Anand has something to do with the expansion of my own self, then this also will be clear that there is a maximum Anand available, which will be the limitlessness in I. When there is a limitlessness, experience of limitlessness in I, that will be the acme of all Anand will be there. So what will be the non-reflected Anand? Because these are changing Anand. That means there is some Anand which is reflected in it. Because Anand is not the quality of any object or any thought or any body. So there should be something which is reflected in my thought that gives me, because bigger thought, when I see myself bigger, then that gives me more joy. So it appears that there must be some very big I, which I call it as limitless I. And that limitless I, which I call here as Brahman, that should be the having which has maximum Anand in it. And another word for Anand is Anantata, limitlessness in I. So what happens is, when you are in deep sleep or when you are in Samadhi, or even supposing when you are quiet, not every day is a disturbing day, some days are not disturbing day. So there is more experience of limitlessness in yourself. But moment you say, I have to do this work, you have made yourself limited again. Karta, bhokta, attachment, aversion, I don't like this person. I always say, when you say I don't like this person, actually you have cut yourself now. Just think, few times you repeat, I don't like this person, I don't like this person, I don't like that, I don't like. So you, because this experience is in your own aham, so you have cut that person in your, you have cut your aham actually. So you will have less of Anand now. And supposing you say, whatever is that person, my love is there with him, he is my own expansion. He is my own expansion. If punishment will be given, no problem. But expansion, there is nothing which I can exclude. Therefore, difference between attachment and love is, love includes, attachment excludes. Love includes, attachment excludes. I love you only, not anybody else. Anybody else is very important class. You are the only source of joy in my life, not anybody else. In the love you put a clause, in attachment you put a clause. That you did so much for me, therefore I will also do for you. But in love you don't put a clause. You say you do or not, I will always be for you. So when you think of love, then you will automatically experience the expansion in self. Supposing you think of somebody's fault, because after dosh will be dvesh. Dosh is the mother of dvesh. So, but if you think his fault along with his goodness, you will feel more acceptable and acceptable. And therefore, scriptures say that if Anandamaya Atma is there, there must be limitless self, which is not reflected, which is non-reflectable, because it is Purna. If you can understand that point, it will make a big difference in your outlook. Even if you don't use outlook. So, it will make a big difference in your perception. Therefore, this word saint, Mahatma word, is a very beautiful word. Atma has 6 meanings in Sanskrit. And one of the meaning is mind. Mind, not consciousness. That means one whose mind is very expanded mind. Mahat mano yasya. Who has a very expanded mind is there. He doesn't think very, very small in terms of my family, my caste, my creed. He is a very, very big vision is there. He is not one individual. Many times I say he is a cosmic person. We live as a microcosmic person. Only he is my father, she is my mother. Only this my caste people are mine. I am a Brahmin, therefore all Brahmin people are mine. He does not think like that. In him all are there. So if you are able to relate from Anandamaya Atma to Anantatma, Anandamaya Atma to Anantatma, then you have got a lot of understanding. So you are shifting your attention from the reflected medium and reflection to the non-reflected, whose reflection is there. And this requires a lot of dispassion in the world, because dispassion means sense of not having joy. Dispassion means you don't see, you don't relate that joy is in the object. Because you can see a lot of sorrows along with any joy of the world, very gross level of dispassion. You see a lot of janma mrityu jara vyadhi dukkha dosha anudarshanam. You see a lot of sorrow is there along with. The common sense will use that any joy of the world will be having a lot of sorrows. There is nothing called sorrowless joy. There is nothing called anxiety-less joy, anger-less joy, fearless joy. If you have taken joy, or you are taking joy from the world, whether it is your family, whether it is your job, whether it is your money, anxiety will come, fear will come, maybe jealousy will come, maybe anger will come, maybe greed will come, maybe ego will come, ambition will come. So taking the joy from the world is the biggest source of problem. Then rebirth will come, then fruit of action will come. This is what is called maturity of a person, when he has known this. So it is nothing called a pure joy, I got and only joy. There will be no, after that these things will be attached. This much, if you can understand that, when you start taking joy from your thoughts. So when you start taking joy from your good thoughts, higher thought, then you already become a seeker. You start taking joy from God's remembrance, your thoughts of compassion, thoughts of dispassion, thoughts of bhakti, thoughts of chanting, thoughts of charity, thoughts of humility, thoughts of tapasya, thoughts of austerity. Remember that it was said here, as you increase your sattvagun, the reflection will be higher. Therefore, sadhu will have, even if he doesn't know the self, it is not compulsory that a sadhu should know the self. Sadhu, even if he doesn't know the self, very high emphasis is on purity of the mind. So even if the purity of the mind is very high, his reflection will be very high. So he will be automatically very happy. And you will wonder sometimes how this person is so happy. Because desire is not there. Ego is not there. He has a very pervasive mind. Supposing I am with my Guru, other person is also with my Guru. If I see, that person also sees Guru, who is my Guru, and his Guru is also same. But I think my Guru is very big. Now with my Guru, the thought of is very big, and therefore seeing my Guru, I will get much more joy than the other person who has lesser pervasive thought. So when you have more Shraddha on your Guru or your mantra, so more bigger thought will be there. Because Shraddha makes something very big. Shraddha's nature is to make something very big. So if I have Shraddha in my Guru or in my mantra or Bhagavad Gita, etc., so the moment I think about Gita or Guru, Gita Guru, Ganesh, Gayatri, all are from G. Ganesh, Gita, Gayatri, Guru, Ganga. So these 5 guys required in life. Well, let me write first, we'll see later on. One is Ganesh, Guru, Gayatri, Ganga and Gita. 5 ही है ना, 5 है ना. हाँ. So this 5 is very important. This can be kept in that. So these 5 required. Okay. And in these 5 also, if you have one, all 4 will come. Who? Guru. So if Guru is there, Guru will Ganesh, Devta or Buddhi. Ganesh ji will bring Bhagavad Gita, because Ganesh ji wrote Mahabharata. Then Bhagavad Gita will tell the Mahima of Ganga and Gayatri. So all 5 will come. Understand? So if I see my Guru, my Shraddha is very big. So reflection of that thought will be very high in me. Other person who does not have that faith, seeing the same Guru, he will have lesser joy. Same mantra Ram, when Tulsidas spoke, it must be different joy. And when you me speak, it will be different, because for us that Ram is not that big in our heart. So what seeker tries is to expand his mind and have a very expanded thought, which is not going to diminish. The other thought, supposing desire thought, will something is expanding, but it is not, it is going to diminish. But my thought of what I said, amanitvam, adambitvam, ahimsa, kshantirarjavam, acharyo, pasanam, shaucham, maunam, atmanigraha. These are expensive thoughts. Now this is a seeker. Now when you become a Vedantic seeker, so first you become seeker, then you become bhakt. You become a devotee. Now you have a thought of, very big thought of Lord is there. Supposing you love Lord Krishna. Another person just knows Lord Krishna. So one who loves Lord Krishna, when he will say Krishna, it will be very expansive. His whole mind may be occupied by the Krishna thought. And for other person, one of the thoughts is Krishna. So his reflection will be not very high. He will not get that joy in saying Krishna as the one who has devotion for them. Understood? So when you are, 3 stages are there of a seeker. One stage when he develops the Daivi Vritti, Daivi Sampat, Vimokshaya, Nibandhaya, Surimata, Avayam Sattva Samshuddhi, Gyan Yog Vyavastiti, Danam Damascha, Yagyascha, Swadhyaya, Taparjavam, Ahimsa, Satyam Akrodha, Tej, Tyaga, Shantira, Daya Bhuteshva Loluptam, Mardvam, Rira Chaplam, Teja, Kshama, Priti Shaucham, Adroho, Nati Manita. You develop these vrittis through Karma Yoga. So when you develop these vrittis, slowly you break some kind of limitations or shells, or you break some kind of your own wrong notions. Second stage of sadhana is you expand in your Ishta Devata's thought. So as much as you will do Jap Puja, the thought of God of your particular Ishta will be very big in your mind. Faith will become big, trust will become big, more of dependence will be there. Third stage of sadhana is when you are knowing it, then Bhagavan will bring some Guru in your life and who will tell that this thought, The joy in the thought is not of the thought, but the joy is of the self which is reflected in the thought. And then you are coming to that infinite Anand which I called Anantanand. So from Bimbanand, Pratibimbanand, reflected Anand, it is the Anantanand, infinite joy is there. That infinite is not experiential, it is substantial. All these were with mind, that is without mind. It is not an excitement. So what you call Shanti, what you call peace, you don't say I am peaceful, you say I am peace, which never goes away. When you say I am peaceful, then peaceful is an adjective. When you say I am quiet, the quietness is one of the thoughts. But when you say I am quietness, that means wherever you use the ness word, that means essence is there. Like I say, milk is sweet. But sugar is not sweet. Sugar is sweetness. It is essential nature is saltness. It has saltness. It has sweetness. Sweetness is there. So I am anandness. So I am not happiness, I am happiness. I am happy word will be as from the mind. I am happiness. I am quietness. I am not peaceful, I am peace by nature. So this is absence of limitation in me. I hope you are understanding this point. And therefore there is no distance between you and your peaceness, happiness. Only distance is ignorance. Some kind of foolishness is a distance. And then there may be time taken to, in the rose petal, it may take a time to prick it. But to know that I am infinite, that much time is also not taken as it takes as the needle to prick the rose petal. You don't need to do anything. And therefore Bhagavad Gita says this is Atyantik Anand. Sukham Atyantikam Yattad Buddhi Grahayam Atindriyam Vetti Yatrana Chayayam. So you will know that Anand. You don't attain that Anand. Vetti, you know it. You cannot attain because anything attained means it is not right now. Anything attained will be finite. It is not attained. Now with this, student had asked certain questions, if you remember. Then it was said that one who thinks that Brahman is understanding that. So people use such words, all my joy has gone, for whom shall I live? Whole of my joy is over now. There is no happiness left at all in my life. All happiness God has taken away, or He has taken away. These things, if you, at least you don't say that, or don't feel that. Even if you feel that, don't endorse it. Thoughts will come at times. But thoughts are not to be cooperated. Like if the child says everything, mother doesn't obey everything. Mother knows that this is a wrong thought. So need not say yes to the thought. Many thoughts will come at times. I am unlucky. I have no anand. So you will think like that. And but Anand is not there, that is, I think my Vasana is there, therefore Anand I am not able to experience. That is one my problem. My habit and my ego and my Vasanas had obscured and veiled that Anand. That is my problem. moment you locate your problem at the thinking level, you will be very free because you will immediately start thinking rightly. It is problem of the limitation you don't put outside. You don't say he made me small. You say no, he brought out my hidden smallness. I already had a personality of being neglected. Therefore I say the egoistic person is highly complex. He's a complex person. His inferiority complex. All egoistic people have a high level of inferiority complex actually. Not that world made you small. You were already hiding. You already had the thought that I am not good and I am small. He only brought it out. Ego is a feeling of feeling small repeatedly. Compulsively, sorrowfully feeling small from some issue. That is the nature of ego. He keeps on comparing. He has a very strong comparison going on. The egoistic person is always in a mode of high level of, therefore an egoistic person will have high level of sense of negligence, that I was neglected, I was sidelined, I am not important for him. He is trying to grab his place somewhere. He wants to make his position and place. And he doesn't know that in effort to make the place, he lose all the place. If you really want to make a place, don't try to make it. Automatically people will give you the place only when they know that you don't need it. But the egoistic person is a place grabber. By hook or by crook, by drama or by anything he will do to grab that attention. Because he himself has a sense of a smallness in him. He is suffering from his false self of his smallness, that I am small, I am neglected, I am sidelined. Nobody can pick out that emotion which you don't have because you had that emotion, therefore it was brought out by somebody. And some people are expert in bringing your ego, smallness. They will say something, they will provoke you. They'll say something they will really bring out the worst which is hiding you. And then, well, he made me angry. He brought your hidden anger. Already you were angry on certain issues. You have a lot of issues on which you are not happy about. And therefore I always say, please don't keep issues in your mind. Try to dissolve it. Because if you keep it, it will burst out in some other manner. And very odd time it will burst out. Like don't keep your hidden sleeps. Because very wrong time sleep will come. By driving it may come. Class of course will come. Because your sleep is this much, supposing you have 7 hours of sleep. And you slept for 5 hours. So that much remaining sleep is gone because you are working right now, you are very busy, so you are able to beat that sleep. But that sleep will come at a very wrong time. It will not be running away. So what is your unresolved areas unresolved? Some pockets are there. I'm not good, I'm bad. Or he is not good. Or he said that day, I can't tolerate him anymore. He nonsense, I can't. So you are saying like that, or I am worried about this aspect, what will happen if this happens. So there can be worry issue, there can be, some anger issue, there can be some sadness on certain topic. There you are hurt certain place that this person has hurt me. In front of everybody said like this to me. Supposing you have certain things, or some childhood issues were there. Something happened with you, somebody hit you on your childhood, you are bullied, and you have anger against that particular childhood. So these things will make you a very complicated person. You have not dealt with it, you have not washed it off. Better to wash it off, it's an emotional clot. Like physical clot is there, Anandji was saying, Anand, that you develop a clot. And that clot can travel. It can travel up to the brain also and give you a stroke. So similarly, our clots travel, emotional clot. So you will be going. Right now we are smiling, laughing, but you don't know where that will come out. Issue is different and that will come on another matter. Riding on that issue, it will come out. And therefore what bhajan does, what your jap does or meditation does, it goes to your subconscious mind and treats you. So treating your subconscious mind. Treating means dissolving these pockets. What was non-acceptable, what you could not accept any person, any issue, you have made it acceptable. What you were repelling somewhere, now you have accepted. What you are attracting, you are not attracting now. Now you have built up in your mind. Release it. Because only you will suffer. Forgive that. Move forward. Let it go. Take up as a prasad you take. Bring God in that. This is seeker. This is sadhana. And what happened to the worldly person? And satsang is the one that happens in the subconscious mind. When you listen to the satsang, satsang is as if somebody is going and healing my subconscious mind. So many pockets will be gone, but worldly person keeps on building, therefore he becomes from bad to worst. So this person has asked a question, and he said, if you say Brahman does not exist, then you also won't exist. Because that's a contradiction. If you say Brahman exists, then you will exist. Now he asked, I have few more questions are there. He said, if anybody is there are jnani and ajnani, and both die. Now in the pralaya, both have merged into Brahman. And if they emerge back, that means Brahman was not the final cause. That means the jnani should not come out after pralaya. If Ajnani comes out, then Brahman was not the cause. And if Ajnani goes back to prayer and doesn't come out, then there is no need for sadhana. Both ways I am winning. It is a win-win situation. So what do you have to say about that, Guruji? I am trying to repeat in so many ways so that you can get more interested in Upanishads. You should not feel such big words are there, and Upanishads are very difficult and big, and it is meant for the old people or sannyasis. That notion should not be there. You have to own it. And you own something only when it gives you solution. Whether it is your car, whether it is your watch, whether it is your jacket. Now after that, he said, okay, first of all I'll sort out one matter. That Brahman exists. This matter I'll sort out. Then I'll come to your question also. Don't think I'm forgetting it. I remember that question. Let me first make it clear that Brahman exists. And there are 7 reasons are there to prove that Brahman exists. One reason was that Brahman is the efficient cause, which we saw. Second reason was that Srishtva Tadevanu Pravishat. He created and he entered. I don't say what is entry. We had already seen that. If you will make notes, then you will revise it. If you don't make notes, then the mind is a typical tendency of slipping everything. You will forget. Writing is a very important exercise which we are forgetting now. You have to write. Even people used to make diaries, although I don't like making diaries. But you write some certain thing. Even if you write Om Namah Shivaya Jap, so it has more impression than only chanting. This is what experience is. Therefore, Jap writing, the books are also there. Some places they distribute Jap writing book. I think Divine Life also distributed this. So you have to do Jap because it is writing. So the point was, second reason was so kamyata. Tat srishtva tadevanu pravishat. Third reason was he is the upadana karan, which we saw yesterday. One word was abhavat, other was asrijat. When he created, the others became. This was the third. Satcha tyacha bhavata. Yes, remember that. Satcha tyacha bhavata. Niruktam cha, nilayanam cha, Vijnanam cha, Satyam cha, Anratam cha, ityadi. Yadidam kincha. This is the third, no? Third. And therefore, his name is, please note, Tat Satyam Itya Chakshate. Tat Satyam. Achakshate means is called. He is called Tat Satyam. Who? Brahman. Brahman is called Tat Satyam. 2 times Satyam is coming here. One Satyam is there, Satyam cha, Anritam cha. So there Satyam had a meaning of Padarth, any object like anything which is perceived. And Anritam means which is Pratibhasik, like the shadow is there. To tell this, Rigveda is being quoted again. Asadva idam agre asit tato vai sadjayata. Tadatmanam swayam akuruta. Brahman asti. What is written here? Please see. Asadva idam agre asit. Please be careful, very, very careful. In the beginning there were non-existence. But this is not possible. Why? Tato vai sadajayata. From that existence comes. From non-existence, existence cannot come out. If from non-existence, existence will come out, then from absence, anything will come out. It will be contradiction. Something can come out only when it was there. From absence, something cannot come out. It's against our experience and against the logic. And against the Shruti also. Because Shruti will say in Chandogya, Sadev Samidam Agre Asit. Existence alone was there. Taittiriya says Atma Vaidam Agre Asit. How can then, here it is said Asad Vaidam Agre Asit, in the beginning there was non-existence. How can the Shruti contradict itself? What is the problem there? Here therefore, Shankaracharya Bhagavan says, here Asad means unmanifest. In the beginning the whole things were unmanifest. But why unmanifest is called Asad? Because it is not seen. Because it is not seen. Asadva idam agre asit. It is not seen. If you see any batsman is there, supposing you see in Sachin Tendulkar, so you just sit like an ordinary person. There is nothing specific about that. The height is also small. All his potential is unseen. Because it is not seen, therefore it is appearing as Asat. Asat vaidam agre asit. So here asat has a meaning of not non-existent but unmanifest. Okay, I understand. Tato vai sadajayata, from that manifestation has come. Here sat means manifested world. From unmanifested, manifested has come. Tadatmanam swayam akurut. That means he himself became many. Swayam akurut. Is it okay? How long this will continue? When you don't have too much of interest, then this question comes, how long this will continue? And if you have interest, then you will feel it should not end also. लेकिन इतना इंटरेस्ट होना चाहिए. You have to have lot of depth of understanding. Then only ashram life you can live, because ashram nothing else is there. You will have only studies. Morning study, evening study, writing notes. You can't gossip also. You can't say how others are bad, I'm the only good one here. All people are so careless, I'm the only one who's so careful. क्या करा जाए? If you are having that much of intellectual jigyasa, then you will be much more comfortable. Well, yes, I can live in the ashram. Okay. See, page 106 of big book. I don't know what is it, a small book. न च असतः जातम किंचित गृह्यते लोके कार्यम असतश्चेद नाम रूपादि कार्यम निरात्मकत्वात् नोपलभ्येत उपलभ्यते तु तस्माद् अस्ति ब्रह्म असतश्चेत कार्यम गृह्यमाणम अपि असदन्विदम एव तस्यात् न चैवम तस्माद् अस्ति ब्रह्म. I hope you are not getting. नहीं मिला? हाँ हाँ हाँ. उसी के आगे है. My book is different than your book. This is a small book you have. Where it is written, the paragraph starts with this: Tatra asad ev brahmiti ashankyate kasmat yadasti tad visheshata grahyate yatha ghatadi yannasti tad nauplabhyate yada shashmishanadi. मिल गया? तत्र असदेव ब्रह्म. दिस इज द फर्स्ट लाइन ऑफ दैट पैरा. तत्र असदेव ब्रह्म. अब हमें बस टाइम नहीं है. नहीं मिला. They are all searching. Thank God they are also busy. Otherwise I am only talking. Didn't get it? A whole time will go in searching and I have to leave now. See, this is 138, page 138, second paragraph. In that you see, Tatra asad ev brahma iti ashankyate. हैं? समझ में लूट रहे थे? हमें क्या पता कहाँ है? So 138, Tatra asadev Brahma. Somebody said Brahman is not there. And here I had mentioned what was mentioned here. See what is mentioned here. Next page. Na cha asatah jatam kinchit grayate loke karyam. From non-existence nothing comes out. When you do lot of studies, then you don't have this problem. Any word you see, you will say it is there or not there. When you don't do parayan, when you don't say, everything is foreign matter, new thing is there. It is just like that, lot of people are there. And you have to search somebody whom you don't love a lot. It's difficult to love. But if you love somebody, moment you enter the hall, your eyes immediately catches that person. Well, the example is very good. So, similarly, when you don't have that much of love for the chaupai of Ramayana, you have not gone through it, you will always find difficult to search that. So please do chanting, etc., you will get it. Nacha asatah jatam kinchit grahyate loke karyam. From non-existence we don't see anything existing coming out. Asatah chet nam rupadi karyam niratmakatvat nopalabhyate. If this name and form had been coming from non-existence, so everything will be known as non-existence because the effect will be pervaded by the cause. Niratmakatvat, everything will be of the nature of non-existence. Asatah chet karyam grihimanam api asadanvitam eva tatsyat. Then you will see this flower is non-existence. Everything will be, because if ornament is having, from the gold ornament is there. So always you have experience of the brightness of the gold along with the experience of the ornament. The nature of the cause will always be experienced in the effect. And because if the world had come from non-existence, then automatically everything will be perceived as this fall of the non-existence will pervade everything. This is what he is saying. Asataschet karyam grihimanam api asadanvitam eva tatsyat. Na chaivam, it is not like that. Tasmat asti brahma. Therefore it is there. Okay. Right, I understand that. You have to study so much and break your whole head. Okay. And therefore the meaning of asat should not be non-existence, but it should be unmanifest. And from unmanifest, manifested world has come. And he alone has become many, because Brahman alone was there. Tadatmanam tadatmagam swayam akurut, he became many. Tasmat tat sukritam uchyate. Therefore, one of the name of Brahman is Sukrit. Sukrit. His name is Sukrit. Brahmachari Sukrit Chaitan. He is called Sukrit. Sukrit. Sukrit means well done. Well done means what an expression of that. And therefore everything is known as Brahman. Flower is, watch is, because isness is pervading every object here. Isness is like the water pervades all waves. So it is always the wave of water, not water of wave. It is always not the golden ornament, it is ornamental gold. Because every ornament is pervaded by the gold. The isness is pervaded by everything here. I have to go now because I have to go to the dentist. We'll see more tomorrow. Come prepared. Just read once and then you can understand these things better. So 4 points are covered. Why Brahman should be there? Out of 7. 4 points. Efficient cause is there, then he entered, then Upadan Karan, and he is also called Sukrit. This is scripture. Nothing can come from non-exist. Everything is seen as existing here. 3 more reasons we will see tomorrow. Narayan, Narayan, Hari Om Tat Sat, Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Gurubhyo Namah. Hari Om.